Good morning and welcome everybody to my channel. My name is Jakub Vaniš and today we're gonna be reacting to the brand new trailer for the Rings of Power Season 2. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it online because apparently the money is really seen in this one. So let's get right into it. 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Sauron.
Okay, Sauron on a
Sees
horse.
himself as master of all Middle-earth.
Looks like he's entering Ergir. The Rings of
Seeks to
Power,
rule
the
it not only
Elven
through
one, and the crown.
But by bending the minds
Okay,
of all
the
its
dwarves
peoples
also
to
have
his
their
will.
rings already. Adar. That
Perhaps
tree
we
looks
must
looks pretty rough.
But rings.
Elrond seemed to be against, using the rings. But here the tree is again correct and healed.
I know you believe this ring is deceiving me, but I believe it is guiding me.
Okay, where are they? The practical effects, those masks are awesome.
These rings
The
may
music
have
is great.
power.
Effects so far very good.
They must be destroyed.
We will discuss the rings once you have answered the question.
Okay, they're afraid to use the rings. At least.
Who is this man?
Sauron.
He is no man.
That's a reference to Lord of the Rings. Barrow Whites for the first time. They're awesome. This is super nice.
He is Sauron.
Celebrimbor.
What do I call you?
Adar. No,
Sharer of
Anatar.
gifts.
Share of gifts. Okay, Anatar, share of
Our
gifts.
work begins now.
This is how they translate it. So this is where they will do the One Ring together.
I have walked across mountains and deserts.
Oh wow, this looks like from Furiosa from Mad Max.
Destiny.
She looks different than in the
fate of
first season.
world may depend on.
Though the Stranger I didn't really like.
Task to stop the fire. Is it my task to face Sauron?
Tom Bombadil for the first time. I hope he's gonna be singing like in the books. Balrog.
Lead to an even greater catastrophe.
Look at those dark wings.
Father, take off the ring.
So Durin got it seems that those rings are evil. And we saw also Khazad-dûm being destroyed.
Middle-earth is in peril. Will you
Super
abandon
Baron.
them to their doom?
Tom Bombadil seemed quite sad for Tom Bombadil. Sauron himself, Anatar,
To me.
Adar. He killed him with his crown.
He will not stop until he
And
is
big fights, big fights. I have to say I like this armor.
Takes an age.
Female
Lead your axe,
and
O
wives.
Fight with me.
Spiders.
With our friends!
This is awesome. Durin, I like it a lot.
When the darkness
ants.
falls, there are always some.
I have to say this looks really great.
And shine.
Some bats. Eagles are there. They are always saving the day. However, it's too late for the
You will
elves.
give me the 9.
The 9 rings. And we have Mighty Troll there as well. That's massive. Whoa. That's a great shot. Look at this. I cannot wait. Oh my god. I was not the biggest fan of the first season, but August 29 cannot come soon enough, I have to say, on Prime. Okay, we're almost there. This was awesome, to be honest. This looked great. The music was great, the effects were great, the stakes are high. It seems like they really mean it that when they say that they will basically try to wrap it up within first, I don't know, 3 to, I think maximum was like 5 seasons, even though there's a lot of material in Silmarillion and they have a lot of material to go with. But you can really see the budget that Amazon is pulling into it. I've read some interviews with the creators where they were saying that they've read every interview, every, let's say, review online, and there have been a lot of negative reviews. and they are learning from it. So I really hope we'll see it here, because sometimes there was a stiff dialogue, sometimes, you know, things looked awkward, sometimes writing was off. I think usually it was the writing. I hope that they can fix some of the issues that we had there. They already replaced a couple of the actors. But okay, I suggest let's go through it once again, and we'll just stop by, you know, again through the highlights, just you know, what we see here. So once again, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Sauron.
So this is obviously Sauron
The master of all Middle-earth.
entering an elven city, and we see here his crown. So let me pause here. So this is his crown. Obviously, we also know it from the movies, from Peter Jackson's movies. Spikes, you know, up, etc. But this looks like this might be a flashback, like for the first time, because we also later on in the trailer get Adar, you know, killing likely Sauron with this particular crown. So we'll have to wait and see.
Seeks to rule it not only through conquest, but by bending the minds of all its people.
Yeah, Adar. So they changed the actor. Look at him, but he seems the same. Like, I would not recognize, honestly. I've seen bigger changes with Nori. She seems like she's aging, you know, or she's bigger or whatever than in the first season. But Adar, if you didn't tell me, I would not recognize there is a different dude.
To his own.
And here, okay, again, once again, we're looking at this tree, and that kind of gives a hint how, you know, the elven, let's say, realm is dying, and how they all need to abandon Middle-earth. But I guess what will happen is that they will bring these 3 rings, and these will help them restore the health of the realm, and that's why they will get addicted to them. And yeah, this is I think Elrond will be against it, right? So let's get into it.
For that he needs not arms.
No!
But rings.
You could hear some whispers there, and this was particularly done by Peter Jackson's movies. You know, whenever Frodo was about to, you know, try the One Ring, then you heard these whispers, like kind of luring you to do it, to put it on.
In choosing to wear.
But here they have the rings already. We can see all 3 of them. But also the tree and everything seems restored. Their leaves, the colors are great, you know, the weather is nice. So it seems that the health is back to the elven realm.
Those rings. You have all become his collaborators.
I know you believe it.
So I'll stop in this shot. So I think the only gripe that I have with this trailer, because this is a bombastic trailer, don't get me wrong, is that they changed the location, you know, for the shooting from first season to the second. So first season was entirely shot in New Zealand, just like the Lord of the Rings movies. But now they decided to go to England. And I think in a lot of shots it's visible that this is not the same landscape. And here as well, this, okay, of course, majority of it is CG, but also there are battles, etc., where it's just super flat, and you know you're in England, and it doesn't feel like New Zealand, you know, backdrop at all. So let's go.
I know you believe this ring is deceiving me, but I believe it is guiding me.
That mask looks incredible. I am really in for the practical effects. I think the Hobbit movies unfortunately went with the CGI more than practical effects. But these guys, okay, they have also tons of CGI, but at least for the orcs, they are going with the masks that are looking scary as hell.
All this may be by his design.
These rings may be how he attains power.
They must be destroyed. We will discuss the rings once you have answered the question. Who is this man?
He is no man.
So I don't really like this now when I'm thinking about it, because it is really bringing back, you know, those memories from the Return of the King. Why would Galadriel, you know, say it like this? He's no man. It's exactly the same line. We'll pause here on the Barrow-wights. Here. Okay. So they look great. I like the eyes. I like the design. It's much more oriental. I've seen some discourse online that people hate that, you know, also in Peter Jackson's movies, like evil was basically oriental and eastern or whatever. But I don't really mind. They look scary, and I cannot wait to see them.
He deceived me. He is Sauron.
What am I to call you? A sharer of gifts.
Okay, let me pause here. So, sharer of gifts, I think in the official translation in the books, it's Lord of Gifts, a Lord of the Gifts or something like that. But his elven name is Anatar. I hope that they will use this same name. But truth to be told, I don't really like these masks. It doesn't look great. He looks super ugly. It's very obvious. It's the same guy that, you know, plays Sauron, etc. I am wondering how he's gonna persuade Celebrimbor that this is, you know, the best friend of his, you know, for future years, and that they should forge all of these rings together, especially the 9 for men, 7 for dwarves, and yeah, the 1 ring. Because I think by this time the 3 elven rings are already done.
Our work begins now.
I have walked across mountains and deserts.
Okay, let me pause here. So I am not like, I think the storyline of The Stranger was the one that I disliked the most out of basically the first season, and I'm not really looking forward to it here because Nori and The Stranger, they were so weird, you know. Especially, I think it was quite fine. He was learning to talk, whatever. At one moment he said, "I am good," and that was so awkward, and this stuck with me. So we had, let's say, we were thinking that this might be one of the wizards, right? One of the blue wizards or something like that. But it looks like he is not. I've seen some interview with the creators and they were saying, yeah, like he might be both. He might be both Saruman or he might be Gandalf. And we leave it open, so they maybe they even don't know themselves, which is the worst sign ever, you know, if they don't really don't have it concluded and they're just waiting how it's gonna turn out. But if he's either Gandalf or Sauron, I don't know. I was hoping that we'll see the blue wizards instead. But the design of these guys, these masks are great. It's like I said, out of Mad Max or maybe Star Wars movie, you know, somewhere on Tatooine. I like this design. I'm looking forward to see these dudes, who they are and what are they doing there.
To help my friend find his destiny. One the fate of the world may depend on.
I don't know what's going on with the mods.
Is it my task to stop the fire? Is it my task to face Sauron?
To try and cheat
Palantir. So this was interesting. So there was this shot of Sauron or Anatar looking into a fire, and he saw like resemblance of Balrog, but yeah, that was probably not like a small pet Balrog or miniature or whatever. I think it was just a vision. And this is pretty weird because in the books this happens like 2,000 years later than here. But I guess in the second season they will already do the destruction of Khazad-dûm by the Balrog. Because they want to go fast. So let's see if that really happens towards the end. But as we are seeing here, the Balrog design is great. I especially like kind of these smoky, shadowy, you know, wings, because always there's this discussion online regarding the wings, whether Balrog have wings. I am in the camp for the wings, to be honest. But I think this is quite nice. They are quite subtle.
Might lead to an even greater catastrophe. Father, take off the ring.
Numenor. Yeah, so this is the destruction of Khazad-dûm, especially that bridge, you know, collapses. Yeah, this might be when the Balrog comes.
I'm afraid, Durin.
Every soul in Middle-earth is in peril. Will you abandon them to their doom?
No, what have you done to me?
Leave Sauron to me.
Leave Sauron to me. So this looks like a flashback because he, I think, admitted in the first season that he killed him, and this is what we're seeing, right? Like he has this crown and he's gonna, you know, just pull it in and push it down, you know, his back, and that's probably when he loses his, you know, human form or elven form, and then it takes quite some time for him to recover.
Promise me Elrond. He will not stop until he is destroyed.
Okay, I'll stop it here because I really like the armor, and I think the actor that plays Elrond here, I think he's good for the part, and the armor looks great. Again, everything practical looks awesome, and this siege, of Erebor looks like it's gonna be a great ride. Actually, I think they said it's gonna go over multiple episodes, so we have something to look forward to. And what actually happens according to the books is that in the end it gets destroyed, but basically Elrond comes to save the day. It's not enough, but his friend Durin comes with the dwarves as well, because they are close by from Khazad-dûm, so they should join forces. So we should see a massive battle of elves and dwarves together against the orcs, with trolls as well, etc. So that's this is where we see that special budget of Amazon. We didn't really see that too much in the season 1. Season 2, it looks like they are not holding back, they are not pulling the punches. And Tom Bombadil looks great, to be honest. Though I think for the tone of this trailer, it's all very desperate and very sad, I would say. He is such an enthusiastic figure who constantly dances and sings, and I hope that they will show it here. But from what I read online, he should be singing and dancing. That was the reason they kind of cut him from Lord of the Rings, because I think he would be killing the tone of the movies, and Peter Jackson didn't want to go there. But it's a big part of the Fellowship of the Ring book. If you haven't read it, I recommend to check it out. And Entwives. So we've never seen Entwives. This looks great. So this is obviously a female voice. So these are not male Ents, but female Ents. I'm really looking forward to it, because in Lord of the Rings, the Treebeard specifically says that they lost them. They lost their Entwives. So I don't know what happens. Maybe it's gonna be described here.
I need your axe, old friend.
I need your axe.
Fight with me. With our friends!
When the darkness falls, there are always some who rise forth and shine.
This eagle shot, I don't know. Some people might say, that he will be riding it or something like that. But we know he's an evil character. So maybe because these eagles are always on a good side. Maybe he's there to kind of challenge him or whatever, or basically say, to the others, hey, this is a bad omen. You have chosen a bad leader. Might be. Let's see. This looks great. That destruction and the siege. Celebrimbor looks destroyed. And the shot of the troll looks amazing. I cannot wait to see it in the full swing. Actually, I think there was a picture online, and he looks like, he's from like troll unions or something like that. Like he had enough of this war. It's great to see him, again leading the elves with so many horses, etc., using the Elven language. But again, look at this shot. This is England. This is not Middle Earth to me. This is not New Zealand, unfortunately. It's a pity. Let's see where they go with the third season, if they will decide to go back to New Zealand. I understand it was problematic shooting there, during COVID, etc., but there's no COVID now. It's a pity. I can clearly recognize that this is a totally different location. This shot looks great though. Music booming, August 29, new season. I don't know how many episodes do they have. Probably 8 or 10, something like that. I hope they are longer than we got with the Star Wars The Acolyte, which was like 30 minutes. I hope at least 45 to 1 hour, something like that. But this was awesome. I am really looking forward. I'm hyped. But I really want to know what you think about it. So please let me know in the comments. I read all of them. Otherwise, please, if you want to help me out, then I would be glad if you can subscribe or hit a like. That helps the YouTube algorithm. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so let's see how that works. Otherwise, this has been Jakub Vaniš, and I wish you an amazing day, everybody. Take care and bye-bye. Cheers.